Hello everyone, how are you? Yeah, there we go, good. I'm Raksanna and I'm your host for this evening, and I'd like to welcome you to our VIP show. This special performance has a lot of different things about our program that you'll get an opportunity to experience and to see. And then what we'll do is, if you have any questions, you can ask me. It's definitely a chance to have a conversation. And if you don't have any questions, then just sit back and enjoy. And then what will happen is TABU, the actual main show, will start at 7:30. So I'll tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do. I go to Egypt every year, about once or twice a year, and I've gone there since 2004. I go to study with the world's best choreographers, the world's best musicians, and to live with the tribes, so that way I can really understand Oriental art and the Egyptian culture. And when I come back, I try to bring it back with as much honor and dignity as I can to the Western world, so that way I can teach it with elegance and then pass it on to students who soon find a passion and a love for the art form as well. I have a big company by the name of Raksanna's Near East Dance Ensemble, and sometimes we call ourselves Needy for short, not because we are needy, at least that's what I think. My husband might differ, but we do call ourselves Needy. And within that team, we have the Desert Flames. So our first performance this evening is by the Desert Flames, and those are individuals who have said that they want to go that extra mile with their studying, do a little bit more, and to really immerse themselves in the art form. This evening they're going to start our show off with a piece called Betwana Speak. And Betwana Speak is a beautiful, beautiful number by a woman of the name of Warda, and she was actually Lebanese. And the meaning of the song means, when you're away from me, I miss you, and when we're together, I'm whole. So without further ado, please welcome the Desert Flames.
بتونس بيك وانت معايا، بتونس بيك
So our next performer is Janelle, and Janelle auditioned, I think about 2 years ago, maybe 3. With COVID, I've kind of forgotten a lot of time. I don't know if you guys have had that experience. But Janelle is an absolutely beautiful performer, and tonight she's going to share a very gorgeous choreography and then a drum solo. So without further ado, please put your hands together for Miss Janelle.
الدنيا خد اجازة ومكانه جه دلال، وانا قدام اللذاذة دي عندي 1000 سؤال. هو ازاي على السهوة وامتى والنظام؟ كل لما تعدي الحلوة اتلخبط ليه انا في الكلام؟ بالراحة شوية 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 علينا الشيخ، كل الرجالة جالهم حالة وبوشوا الشيخ. بالراحة شوية 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 علينا العيون سكينة وارد والقوام قوام غزال، تذبحنا بدم بارد شيء أكيد مش احتمال. القمر في مكانه قاعد والساحة تحت في قتال، الضحايا زادوا واحد والمنافسة عالجمال. بالراحة شوية 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 علينا شيخ، كل الرجال جالهم حالة وبشوف شيخ. بالراحة شوية 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 علينا كل الرجال جالهم حالة طلعوا غلابة. وده نار ضرب نار، ده نار ضرب نار، وده نار ويلي 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 نار، وده نار ضرب نار، ده نار ضرب نار، وده نار ضرب نار ويلي 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 نار. بالراحة شوية 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 علينا يا شيخ، كل الرجال جالهم
Thank you, Janelle. I'd also like to mention that not only is she a beautiful dancer, she's a very talented professional, and she helps us with our communication and our proofreading, and our social media. She's just incredibly talented, and I'm so fortunate to have her in my life and on this team, and the girls really respect her too. So, yay, Janelle. So it's pretty intense. And the next two ladies are Amber and Wanda. And Amber is not only a member of my faculty on the Desert Flames, but for TABU, she was our costume director, and she did a really nice job. And Wanda, in addition to being, a general faculty member for our classes, she took the initiative to go and do one-on-one coaching with the girls as they needed just a little extra help on some of the choreography. So I'm really proud to introduce you to Amber and Wanda tonight. first soloist this evening is Chelsea. And when I talk about Chelsea, I also have to give you a little bit more insight into the Middle Eastern world of belly dance. In the 1980s, a dancer rose on the star circuit. She became the world's most well-known belly dancer of our time. Her name is Dina. She has a master's degree in psychology. She's very smart, and she has this beautiful earthy style. You can just feel the power of the earth come through her. And when I watch Chelsea dance, I see that same sensuality and that same strength come through. So I'm delighted to bring to you tonight Chelsea and a little bit of Egypt.
صعيد يا ابويا على حق، صعيدي واقول الحق، صعيدي يا ابويا على حق، صعيدي واقول الحق، صعيدي يا ابوي صعيدي زمان الشوق يا سيدي، صعيدي يا ابوي صعيدي زمان الشوق يا سيدي، وقلبي الحلو يدق صعيدي، صعيدي يا ابويا على حق، صعيدي واقول الحق. في الليالي واقول يا غزالي، واقوم في الليالي واقول يا غزالي، بحبك يا غالي يا شاغل لي بالي، بحبك يا غالي يا شاغل لي بالي، صعيدي وابو
Oh, my microphone's not on, so I'll just project. And there's no lights, which is okay too. Test, there we go. I guess I was a little bit early on my cue. Sorry about that, guys. You guys are a great audience. I really loved hearing you, and I could get your excitement, so I know Chelsea was feeling it as well. In the first number, when you saw Botswana speak, you saw the elements of air with the veil, and you had that very light and wonderful experience. And then with Chelsea, you felt the power of the earth. Our next performer is Ilse, and Ilse has this gorgeous blend of both earth and air, and it's just magical to watch. In addition to being one of our Desert Flames, for TABU, she was our project manager, and she helped a lot with scheduling because that is certainly not my forte. And I think the team is forever grateful for her to make this such a successful show. Here is Ilse. Thank you, Ilse. So as I mentioned at the beginning, the entire team is called Raksanna's Near East Dance Ensemble, and the Desert Flames are our more senior and our more developed dancers. Our junior dancers are about ready to perform for you, and I'm very excited by their performance. They were challenged or invited or voluntold, however you choose to interpret it, to take the 3 pieces that we learned in class from January through May and weave these 3 pieces together in a set that would be beautiful enough to put onto the TABU stage. And rather than taking an Egyptian approach, which would start with the veil and then go to finger cymbals or zagats and then into the drum solo, they opted to do a Turkish approach, which kind of turns things around. So they'll be starting with finger cymbals, also known as zagats or zills, then the veil, and then a drum solo. So please welcome to the stage Raksanna's Needy. in a nutshell, is what we do for serious stuff. Our vision at Raksanna's studio is that our trophies are not made of metal and glass. Our trophies are living, breathing people who dance out their dreams and reach and exceed their goals. And our mission is to empower others. And I don't know if Betsy's here. Is there someone here from Mutual Ground? No? Okay, well if not, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Mutual Ground. Mutual Ground is our sister charity, and it's the domestic violence shelter here in the area. They provide a lot of different services, legal counsel, shelter, food for people who are leaving and fleeing for their lives in some very unfortunate circumstances. And for us, for this show, we were lucky enough to have an angel investor, and the person said, I don't care about a return on investment, I don't care about the money, don't worry about that, but make some money for Mutual Ground. And so I wanted to let you know that your ticket prices went to them, and we are pleased to give a $1,000 donation in the name of Raksanna's Near East Dance Ensembles to them because of your support. So, thank you guys very much. And I have the check right here. If Betsy was here, it's in my bank, but she's not here tonight, so I'll have to put it in the mail. I'm going to switch gears now, and we're going to talk a little bit about TABU. So TABU is not like a production that I've ever done before. It's unlike anything I've ever done. It has a theme, a pretty thought-provoking one, and it's very interpretive. And so I'm going to start off with your bags. And I noticed that you guys were really good about not opening them. I like to peek at my Christmas presents before I get them, but you guys are better than I am. So if you'd like to, you can open it now, and we'll go through some of the stuff that's in there. And if you don't have one, my husband David, who's in a sling, will pass them out. So what you'll see in there is you will see a program or playbill, and then you'll also see a VIP show program. And that just kind of tells you what's going on there. David, I think there's some folks right here in the back row that would like to have some. And he's on his way. He broke his arm on Thursday, actually, last week. He was helping us with dress rehearsal, and he fell off the box. And they always say if you have a bad dress rehearsal, that things will go well. And since then, it's been good. And here's Jim as well. Jim's helping with the video and photography. So in there you have your program or playbill, and then you have also your VIP program. And there's a sheet of paper. And on that sheet of paper, it has one side that defines the 7 deadly virtues and the 7 deadly sins and the 7 heavenly virtues. So you'll see pride and you'll see humility. And I'll do a review of this as the other folks come in. And then and it defines them. And then on the other side, you'll see 3 columns. And it has a list of the dances in order. And then it has a column that says, which sin do you see? Which virtue do you see? And then do you see a combination of both? Now you guys are VIP, so everyone else gets the paper, but you guys get a golf pencil. So inside of your bag, there's also a golf pencil that you can use to fill in your chart, should you choose to use that as a navigation thing. There are also 3 fun things, and I'd like you to keep them in mind. The first is a very small, little tiny mirror, and the second is a balloon, and the third is a token. And so your invitation and your challenge tonight is, as we go through, if you can figure out which of those things goes with which dance. And that way you can have a little bit of interactivity with us. Hold on. And if you didn't get a little mirror, let me know, because we had 400 of them. Okay, yep, there you go. And 2 tokens. And those are not good for free drinks. I just want you to know. I'm not that generous. Cool. All right. So that kind of sets the stage for our show and gives you a little bit something special for coming in an hour earlier. And now what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you and introduce you to our cast, minus one of the girls, because one of the girls is getting ready for the second piece, but I will tell you what her name is. And we're going to shift over to what we've been doing for fun for the past 2 years, which is working on TABU. The girls are going to go through a catwalk and introduce themselves. And then after that, we'll have the house lights come up, and you'll be invited on stage to take a selfie with your favorite dancer, because this is the day and age of selfies. And then when you hear the song Angel in the Centerfold, na 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 na, then you'll be invited to sit back down, because they're very busy tonight and then you have to get ready for TABU. So without further ado, here is our catwalk.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's.
And our first dancer is Amber. Followed by Carrie. And Kim is our next performer. Next is Janelle. And Rhonda. And the dancer with the apple is Rachel. Followed by Kelly. And Chelsea doesn't have her cherry that she loves to eat, but this is Chelsea. And Lucy. And Issei. And Anna. And Jen. And as I mentioned, Deepika is getting ready for the show, so at this point we'd like to turn up the house lights and invite you to come on and take a picture with your favorite dancer. This will be your only opportunity, so please come on stage and have fun.